Ernie Hudson, and welcome to the Facts Convention.
He's Ernie Hudson.
Hey guys. Well, geez, hi. How are you? So, okay, let's see if there's two people left standing. No, obviously, I'm Ernie Hudson, and they set these question and answer sessions up, and they don't really give you any specific theme or anything to talk about. So mostly what we'll do, I guess, is question and answer. I will encourage you that since you guys came a long way, even if it was right across the street, it was a long way to come and spend your Sunday afternoon being here. So if there's anything that you're curious about or want to ask about, I mean, feel free, this is your time to do it. You know, I live in what I guess is known as Hollywood, and I live in a great big house, and I have a pool, and I have a Hollywood dog. So I've been out there for about, I don't know, 35 or so years. So I've been beat up, and I've been had a lot of fun, and I've been beat down and cried and felt like so I've seen a little bit of all of it. So any questions that you guys have about, you know, most of you know the films that I've done, the Ghostbusters, Congo, The Crow, and a whole bunch of others that a lot of TV stuff. I work stage, so just saying the stages. Yeah.
How did you get involved in Stargate SG-1?
How did I get involved in Stargate SG-1?
Yeah.
Well, Stargate SG-1, any Stargate fans? Okay. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a Stargate fan. I mean, I think it's a great show, but I don't really watch a lot of TV, which is kind of odd because that's how I make my living. But they asked me to do the show, which I wasn't really interested in, but my kids, I hadn't taken them on vacation. So they shoot the show in Vancouver, and I thought, okay, I'll do the show, and they'll bring my family up. So we had a vacation, and so that's why I did Stargate. Now I got the script, and I got to be honest with you, I have no idea what the show was about. I know that I was Iran fighting the Caledonians, because the Caledonians had a satellite that was blocking any kind of defense. You know. So anyway, I know how to learn lines, even if I don't know what the hell they mean. I can just say them. So I said them with conviction, and so we did it, and so hopefully.
Do you know where Ghostbusters goes on?
Ghostbusters?
Yeah. Do you know what Ghostbusters is about?
I don't know what Ghostbusters is about. I'm really not sure. You know, really people who watch it find something about it that I don't get. You know, they go, oh my God, I saw Ghostbusters, and I watched it 39 times, and I know all the lines. And when you came in and the thing, and I'm like, this is the same movie I made, because I don't get it. I mean, I like it. It's okay. You know, I'm very happy to. Anybody who makes a living doing what I do and get paid to do it, it's a pretty good gig, you know. So I because in LA they say 1 out of every 6 persons. Now there are 20 million people in LA proper. So I don't know how you break that down. There's about 3 million actors. There's about 3 million people out there trying to get a job as an actor. I mean, they got photos, and some of them have agents, and they're trying to do plays. And for every part in the movie, there's about at least 300 people who submitted for that part. And so you break it down, and one person ends up with the job. And so, which is probably the guy who's been working all the time and doesn't need the job. So the best way of not getting a job in Hollywood is to really need a job. And Ghostbusters is one of those movies. Yeah.
Following up on that, did you by any chance see that Naomi Watts movie, Ali Parker?
Naomi Watts movie,
Ali Parker, I think it's called. It's just a very small movie that she made after King Kong or whatever. It's about her first years in Hollywood. struggling actors,
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. It'd be interesting
Anyway,
to see it.
but I would hazard maybe you got some stories like that yourself.
Well, you know, I mean, it's, I went up to Hollywood. They say it's who you know in Hollywood. You know, Robert talked about growing up on the beach, you know, in the palm trees and the orange groves in his backyard. That wasn't my experience. But, you know, I don't know where he lived, but I wasn't living there. So, but I went to L.A., you know, like every guy. You know, I had my photos, and I went out there to be, you know, to find my way in, and I couldn't get arrested. I couldn't get a job. And L.A. is not the kind of place where you can just show up and audition. New York, you can. You can talk your way into an interview, but L.A. it's all about appointments. And if you don't have an appointment, they'll call the police on you and take you away. So, but somehow or other, for those of us who do it, how many actors? People here, any actors? Okay, Belgium doesn't have a whole lot of actors, actually. Filmmakers, any filmmakers? Okay, any filmmaker. There's a certain kind of intuitive guide that if you commit to something, and if you will shut up long enough, it'll guide you. You know, I don't know how that works. Now, it doesn't work very well if you're drunk. You know, because the voice that talks to you is a drunk voice, and it doesn't help very much. And if you hide, it gives you great insight into grass growing, but it doesn't help you in terms of your career. But if you're really conscious and you tune in, it'll guide you to what it is you're trying to do. And so for me being in LA, there was weird coincidence that sort of got me started. And somehow you can't do it the same way twice. I was doing a play, and there used to be a show called Room 222. There's an actor named Michael Constantine, who I met at a party, but I didn't really know him. And I went up to him and I said, I was new to LA, and I was trying to find an agent, all the things that really, and he, for whatever reason, just, I don't know, took a pity on me or something. And I got his number. He didn't give me his number. I got his number and I called him. And he said he would call his agent and maybe they'll see me. And so his agent was in Beverly Hills. And I was staying at my brother's house. I didn't have a car. So I borrowed my brother's car to make this appointment with his agent. And this is years ago. So that was before they started charging for parking. You know, parking is like rare, you know. So I drove to Beverly Hills, which I'd never been to Beverly Hills, kind of, you know, and I had this appointment. And I had my one suit on, and I was a little too small. So I was going to see this agent, I'm going to get this agent, I'm going to really break in. And so I drive up to the agent's office, and they charge for parking. And like they were charging like I don't know, $1.50 an hour or something ridiculous. I'd never heard of that. But I didn't care. I really need to get this agent. Now, I didn't have any money. But I parked the car anyway because it doesn't matter because I'm going to get this agent. And I went in and I waited. And finally the guy, he tells me to come to his office. And I go in and sitting behind his desk. And I walk through the door and I go and I sit. And he says, before you start, let me explain something. You're not going to work. There's no work for you out here. I don't know where you come from, Detroit or whatever. Just go to hell back to wherever you come from because there is no work. You're not going to get into Hollywood. They're already far better actors, already working here. So the only reason I'm seeing you is because Michael, my client, asked me to see you. So I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. And so I sat there and